Are we still judging box office like it's 2019? What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here. All right, let's talk about this box office because obviously everybody's anxious to see what happened when it came to the box office and the Suicide Squad, which, man, it's been an interesting weekend. I tell you what, looking at the timeline, seeing the people, I mean, it was pretty divisive, however you want to call it. Some people were just absolutely hated it. People absolutely loved it. There's some middle ground there, which I like because that's pretty much where I am at when it came to the movie. I'm like, didn't love it, didn't hate it, liked it, entertaining, watched it twice, and definitely better the second time around when you just kind of go, okay, yeah, this movie is just batshit crazy. It's insane, and it just goes full fucking throttle the whole way. With a couple little scenes every now and again where it kind of goes, kind of hit the brakes a little bit, and those ones I weren't really a fan of, that's for sure. But when it comes to the box office, I'm not going to go through the entire box office because I just wanted to talk about the Suicide Squad's box office. And yes, it did underperform projections that were out last week because projections were saying that it was going to make 30 million plus, and it just came in underneath that with 26.5 million. But again, it is 2021, and we have a streaming service that this also released on the same day that people can actually watch it at home. We have a new Delta variant COVID out there. You know, the apocalypse is still in full effect, guys. So people are still not going out to the movies as much as it was before. That's why I don't understand when people are still gauging it. Well, I do understand it because it's all about, does it fit my narrative or not? If you absolutely hate the movie, guess what? You're going to use this 100%. If you love the movie, you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to wait for the HBO Max numbers, which, yes, those are actually already coming about. Well, not really, but somebody's already talking about it. HBO Max chief Andy Forcell revealed Sunday that Suicide Squad boasted the second most viewed opening of any film premiering day and date on HBO Max. Use that however you want to. People that hate it, people that are just not all about this, are going to use that to say like, oh, it's BS and BS. But the people who love it are going to obviously use it. That's just the way things are right now. This is how everything is so divided. Because even if you were to give the scenario of what if he said this about Zack Snyder's Justice League, I think there would be a completely different response. It's just the way it is, guys. I mean, it's just the way it is. I don't know if what he's saying is right. I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, when it comes to all this now, we're in such different territory because obviously a lot of people probably did watch it on HBO Max. I mean, and people who actually went to the theaters, really enjoyed it, went home and watched it on HBO Max. I mean, I told you guys right at the beginning, I watched it both in the theaters and on HBO Max. But then we have to talk about subscriber numbers. How many people got drawn to HBO Max just to watch this film? That's the biggest number right there. I don't know if that's actually going to be fully revealed. They might just talk about how many people watched it, how many households and everything, because obviously they do want to boost those numbers because, yeah, it didn't do as well in the box office as they might have hoped. They were probably hoping that, Black Widow had like a big, huge, opening, it seemed like, and then if you mixed it in with the Disney Plus up, but then it took a huge nosedive, and then lawsuits happened. Kind of interesting if anything's going to happen with this. I don't know. I doubt that's going to be the case. I don't know if there's going to be any of these actors going to be like, wait a minute, I agreed to this or that or this. Even James Gunn recently said that, when it comes to these movies, they live on in TV, which is true. They're in the movie theater for a little bit, then they're on TV. You'll see them on TV, or you could just watch them on your TV. That's the way that they live, forever on. So it is interesting how he worded that, though. I mean, it almost made it seem like, oh, I don't give a shit about theaters. But then again, that's like, did he say it like that, or was he saying it in a different way, and people are just going to take it out of context and put it out there like that? But you can't tell me that they're not disappointed about this box office. They are definitely going to be disappointed about this box office because they were probably hoping if it was going to be, they were probably really hoping it was going to be about 40 plus, maybe even 50 plus. And then you kind of wonder if the pandemic was completely over or if it just never happened. What would this movie have made in the movie theater? But then you can question that about Zack Snyder's Justice League as well. It's like, what would that have made in the movie theater? Like if it actually was just full on released out there like that, would it have exceeded 100 million domestically? What it would have done worldwide? I mean, obviously when it comes to this worldwide, well, let's just face it, it's not probably, I don't know. Yeah. Because if I'm looking at Box Office Mojo, right, I mean, it's really hasn't hit like the, China. I don't know if it's actually going to go that route. I don't know where where it goes from here exactly when it comes to how it's going to get released internationally, because I'm just seeing the United Kingdom and France right now, and then of course domestic. So altogether, that is 72.2 million. Will it actually find an audience anywhere else? I don't know. That's what's so weird about this. Everything is so weird right now, guys. But what I mainly find funny is, no matter how you felt about the movie, it's just going to be spun. It's just going to be spun the way that, that's the way that we look at it. And I'm kind of just going, all right, well, let me just, I guess the ultimate thing is if they greenlight a Suicide Squad 3, then they're going to be like, they're really happy about that. They're looking at all the numbers, they're doing this. And apparently that's what gave us a Suicide Squad 3. I don't know. So that's the way I'm looking at it right now, guys. I mean, obviously the timeline's still a shit show. Every time you wake up Sunday morning and there's a DCEU movie that played over the weekend, guess what? Yeah, the timeline is a mess. And it definitely is a mess because divided DC fans as well. And a lot of people, of course, are on board that would be against other things. I don't know. It's all very strange, but hey, I mean, it's still, we're still trying to get back into this box office, right? And everything else is still taking a dip as well. I mean, you got Black Widow took another 38% dip. Old is that 38 million domestically. I mean, it's even hard to do these box office videos anymore because it's just not the same as it once was. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts about it down below. What do you think? Success or not? The Suicide Squad. What do you think down below? Hit that like, thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm doing this stuff. If you want to join Film Junkie, hit the join button. And then, of course, you got the Patreon if you want to help out the pirate ship right there. And then merchandise down below. All right, guys. Talk to you later.